Hey everyone, this is Heidi with another knitting tutorial. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to work an asymmetrical shawl. And this video is great for first-time shawl knitters, and all you need to know how to do is work the knit stitch and the KFB stitch. Working shawls with easy repeats are really all about getting the setup correct. So in this video, I am going to walk you through the setup of this asymmetrical shawl. We're going to start with casting on just 2 stitches, which is great for a couple reasons. Some people hate doing cast-ons, especially really long ones. And the nice thing about most shawl knitting, which is why it is so popular and so addictive, is that once you get the setup done and the rhythm going and you've memorized your stitch pattern, you can just keep knitting through skeins and skeins of yarn, creating really big, beautiful sculptural pieces that are great fun to make, but also to gift. So we've got these 2 stitches cast on right here. And for the first row, this is the row where we're gonna place our stitch marker, which is this red thing right here, if you are not familiar with stitch markers. So what we're gonna do is do a KFB, which means knit front, back. So we're going to knit through the front part of our stitch and leaving the left loop on the left needle, we then work through the back part of the loop, like so. Then we're gonna grab our stitch marker and place it on our right needle. And then we're gonna do one more KFB to finish out this super short row. So knit through the front of that loop, through the back of that loop, and your row is finished. And now there's 2 stitches, a stitch marker, and 2 more stitches on your needle. Turning your work to the other side, we're going to do row 2. And row 2 and all subsequent even rows are going to be worked like this. So we're going to start with a KFB, so knit through the front and back of that first loop, sweep it off, and then we're going to knit to the end of the row. So we slip the marker when we come to it and keep on knitting. So we've only increased that 1 stitch in this row, so now there's 5 stitches on our row. Next, we're back to the right side. And over here, what we're going to do is KFB 2 times. So we're going to do KFB in the first stitch, KFB in the second stitch, slip our stitch marker, and then for the rest of the row, we're going to KFB, knit 1, and end with another KFB. All right, next we're going to be doing another even row. So we'll do the same thing we did in row 2. So even numbered rows are all the same thing that I'm about to show you for the second time. So we're going to start with our KFB on that first stitch, and then we simply knit across all the rest of the stitches in the row, slipping our stitch marker as we come to it. So slip that stitch marker and keep on knitting. Easy peasy. Now we get to the part of our shawl where we work the same thing on every right side row, and then all the wrong side rows are that even number row, which is KFB, knit all the way across like I just showed you. So for this row, row 5, we're going to start with a KFB. KFBs are kind of our best friend in this pattern. And then we're going to knit until the last stitch before the stitch marker. Then we'll do one more KFB and slip our stitch marker. For the rest of the row, we're going to do a KFB and knit all of the stitches until the last stitch in our row, which will be one final KFB. So that's row 5. And then row 6 being a wrong side row, an even numbered row, we're going to work our KFB and knit all the way across the rest of the stitches like we've done in the other even numbered rows. So taking a look at how this looks after you've done a few more rows of these repeats, This is a swatch I did of this shawl pattern. So you can see the asymmetry in the layout of the stitch. Right here where this tail is, this blue tail, indicates where we cast on those 2 stitches. And it's got kind of a spine right here because we're increasing along that spine. So this swatch, the stitch marker would be right here at the point. So we've worked back and forth across these rows, and this variegated yarn very nicely illustrates the direction of the knitting because you can see the color change in it as well. And so you can see that we've done those KFBs and knit stitches for a nice garter stitch pattern that's easy to remember, easy to work, and fun to make. If you have any tips or tricks for us for working asymmetrical shawls like this, let us know in the comments. That's also a great place to reach out if you have any questions. And don't forget to tune in again soon for more knitting tutorials.